Circus. So today we're going to be doing a video on the death trike, but this deserves a name better than death because it is the scariest thing I have ever built, even worse than the death bike, and that thing had no tires on it. So that being said, this is quite something. I meant to have a clutch on it, but what happened is that I got a slightly bigger pulley, and now the belt is a little bit too tight, and I can't take the belt out because that's welded onto there. So now the belt is like locked on and engaged all the time. Plus the way that the throttle is, it's either full throttle or no throttle, and this thing has a max speed of about, I don't know, probably like 70 clicks an hour. So you're either doing 70 or you're not. On top of all this, it must have some kind of death bike genetics in it because it has the death bike motor and most of the metal off of it. Because, look at this. Just the whole thing, like, shakes back and forth. And because of that, you can't steer it because it'll, like, lean this way whenever you steer it. And it's always leaning all over the place whenever you hit bumps. And, oh my god, it's ridiculous. Not to mention the handlebars. These are here mostly for looks. You can't really use these to steer very well at all, but they're there in case you need them, you know. And of course, there's no throttle control. You have to use the kill switch to slow down. And the throttle's back there, I mean, but are you really going to reach back there? And then, oh, on top of that, the clutch is sticky. Like, sometimes it, like, usually the belt will give you a little bit of slippage if you really need it, but yeah, the clutch usually just sticks on like that, like, off. And then it sometimes gets stuck on while you're driving, and that's just a pain in the butt. But yeah, the whole thing, legitimately, just, I don't know if you can see how much the frame is twisting, but that's ridiculous. The surprising thing about this is I've never broken anything on it. Like all my other builds, I have weld, snap, and pieces of metals bend and break and all that jazz. This has never broken anything, and it blows my mind being how like flimsy it is. Again, sorry guys for not touching base on this for quite a while, but yeah, I just tore apart the death bike because that wasn't working, and I turned it into this. So while I was here, I was going to try and get rid of some of the frame twist by having like a bench seat like I had up there and putting another one of those like loops around on the back and then making like a little X pattern right there. So each side of the rear end is pushing on itself because the front end I got reinforced pretty good, I think. Just the frame twists a little bit, like up and down ways. It doesn't twist, you know, like side to side like that. It kind of warps, you know, like that. But either way, and once again, it has no brakes. But I don't even think I need to say that because every single one of my builds I've ever built has had no brakes. Even this. There's brake shoes on it, but no brakes. And same with that. And my other bicycle, which is at Derek's. And the only bike that I have that has brakes is my dirt bike, which, I don't know, goes to show something, but either way, yeah. Now I got these two poles here welded up, so, yeah, right there. So now what I'm going to do is, because this wheel actually has a little bit of camber going in this way, and it makes the trike even tippier than it needs to be, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two poles to like, pull together. I'm going to use that ratchet strap and pull them together, and then take a piece of metal like that and just friggin', you know, once this is all sucked in, I'll be able to weld that piece of metal on there, and it'll hold the wheels so that they're both pointing a little bit out instead of a little bit in to make it less tippy. There we go. Yeah, now they're pretty straight up and down. That should be good. That's friggin' tight. I clamped this up with vice grips just to see if it would, you know, function like I expected it to, and surprisingly enough, this whole back end is solid now. There's like, even with vice grips, there's no twist to it whatsoever, which is that little piece of metal going across, which is exactly what I wanted it to do, so I'm not complaining. That'd be welding. If you're watching this, don't mind if I steal your idea. It was originally a Duresta thing, so yeah, I'll do it. fix these horrible handlebars, what I did is I built up a little layer of duct tape, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back off this little clamp here, slide this in, then clamp it back down and see if it holds. So now that I got this all bolted up, the handlebars are on there pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit of play, but that's because there's like a duct tape buffer in there, obviously. Oh, there we go. But yeah, so now that we got solid handlebars there, now I can put on an actual like brake cable so you have some kind of stopping power on this thing. Now that I have functioning front brakes, I put some of this tire goo in that leaky ass rear tire on this side, because that's been leaking forever. But you know, this tire goo works pretty good. I just ran out before I could do that last time, so took the valve out, you know, unscrewed it, then put it back in, and now I guess we'll see if it leaks. Yeah, so it's pretty much done. I just need to fix that little clutch there, and then it's rideable. But it's rideable right now, so long as you don't have to use the clutch, I guess. But it's normally locked on. For the trikes, mine's just stuck there. And this is. Give her shit! Jeez. Oh, he's stuck. No way. Crap. Working, and it's actually pretty cool. I'm just kind of buzzing around with the yard with it, trying to get used to it, but I would make a riding video. Oh, hey Bill. I was gonna make a riding video, but there's nobody to take a freaking riding video of me, and I'm not buying a GoPro because that's like $400. Well, I might buy a GoPro, but not right now because I don't have the money for it. So until I can get somebody to actually take a riding video of this, it's gonna wait. And I don't know, maybe in a couple days we'll upload one. I don't know, we'll have to see. But anyways, thanks for watching. You can help us out and make sure to subscribe. Maybe not. I don't know, whatever you want.